about you guys, but I love TEMU, but I also don't like TEMU. If they learn how to ship, we might not have a problem. All right, let's see today. This is package number or order number 3 that I've had from TEMU. So the first 2 orders, probably 85-90% success rate. But what I'm seeing on each of these is damages. Usually it's when it's something that's has a long component to it. I ordered T-Track originally and that got lost. I've ordered a rule that was bent in the shape, so it was pretty crazy to see that in there too. Now I don't know why, but if you can imagine this being the box, for example, the rule was probably that wide, so it was just curled up inside that box.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
But when you send it back to them, they make very precise statements to make sure it's packaged correctly, that it's done so in a manner that it doesn't create damage. Well, my thought is if you do that initially to begin with, I would be sending it back, right? Okay, so let's see what we got today. All right, so far so good. This one was open. Well, that's not good. Everything's missing in there that was open. You see that's popped back, so hopefully it's all contained. Let's see here. Well, that's not good. I don't even know what that was. 80 millimeter by 50. Alright, so we'll scratch that one off the list. I have to pull up my order and see what was in that. Here. I don't want to cut what's in it. Alright, yes, been looking forward to this. Alright. Little square. Alright, that looks great. So it looks like I'm going to be able to, I don't know if I can use this coarse lead or not with that. It needs to be sharpened. Certainly this smaller lead will work. Get through there. Oh yeah, no problem with that. So I like that. I'll check that for square to make sure. Let's see what else we've got. That's done. And then a little handheld or little sponge type sander. This is really good if you've not tried these before. So you can just strap on like a 5-inch Velcro piece of sandpaper. And it's got the hook and loop. So that allows you to be able to just take, you can see here, take that, fold it up the sides, and voila, we have a sanding block that's got a little sponginess to it, so that kind of helps with the contours. But now I need to go back and find out what was in the mystery blue box. The clip's there. I didn't see any holes on it, so that's what's bothersome. I don't know how this stuff gets out, and I just cut it open. I may have to provide that video as proof. I don't see any holes anywhere in this. Okay, that's bizarre. So that's a first. Anyway, so that's shipment number 3, order number 3 that I've had from them, and we are 3 for 3 on having an issue with at least something from each order. So maybe your luck's better, but you kind of get a little bit of that issue going on with the orders from TEMU. But I mean, the ones that I have found that I get in, for the most part, I like the quality. It's really good stuff. So it seems to be good, but occasionally you get some of this bad quality too. But it's hard to judge when you don't have the product. So good luck if you're trying TEMU. All right, so now we are going to check to make sure that our square is indeed square. And check out, I've got a little supervisor here, so he's going to make sure that the work's done appropriately. So I want to look and see if two things. Now I bought this from TEMU as well, and I've since bought 3 more of these, and I really like this. As you can see here, real simple. Just it's a large diameter lead or graphite piece there too. You can take this off. In the back, it's got a little pencil sharpener. I really like that. Well, let's just try it out and see here. But you can see it's very small. This reminds me of stuff that I used when I was in architecture school many moons ago, but where you could just sharpen the writing piece there too, or the lead. All right, so let me dump that. Yeah, you can see it's pretty sharp there, and I don't get it too much sharper. It's just going to chip off if I do anyway. So let's see how that works. I'm not sure if it's going to go through these smaller holes. And I did get the one with metric because I like using metric. I feel it to be more accurate and stuff too. But we're going to first see if it's square. So we're going to put it up here. And let's put it right beside it. Let's see how close that is there. Ooh, I don't like what I see here. It looks like it is off. Almost converging at this point, and it's probably about 1.5 to 2 mils here, so that is definitely not square. I don't know if there's any adjustments on that. Maybe I can loosen up these Allen head screws, machine screws, and see if I can. Let me try it again, make sure that wasn't operator error. I want to hold it a little bit more firmly in place here. No, it's definitely not operator error. Look at that one, even highlights it even worse. And you can probably see that one there too. That's quite a bit of difference. We're assuming this is right, but that's almost 2 millimeters in terms of those lines, the separation. Up here we're less than 0.5 millimeter, so we're almost converged, but yeah, that's definitely not square. So I'm going to see if I can adjust that. That might be something I'll try later. Oh, and then let's see how, if this larger diameter lead will go through. Unfortunately not. I was afraid of that. So this is I believe a 0.7 millimeter. Yes, we could try that. Yeah, so no problems there. Well, that's disappointing. I was hoping that was going to be something that I could use. So obviously, back to the drawing board. We'll see if we can find something that, or we can get that one fixed out. Yes, if you see here, you can see just in the second one, well, both of them, these were the first set of lines that I did with the square. And we'll do it again here just to show you. Hold it down. On this side, well, that's surprising how far off that is. You see there, so that's trial number 3. So this was the first one, the second one, the third one, and they're all almost converging at the top. But then you're seeing anywhere from 1.5 to 2 millimeters at the bottom. That one looks to be the largest disparity too. I'm hopeful I can tighten that up, and it's got some wiggle room. I don't know, because these things though, these milled parts, when I've had a T-square and stuff before, and it was accurate, it was the red metal as well, but it was very accurate, but it was super snug in putting it together, so I had to snap the two pieces together. Sometimes TEMU parts come where you got to assemble them, so that's a whole different issue there too. So I don't know if that's going to have any wiggle room. I might be able to bore that out a little bit more and see if we can fix that. But anyway, that's disappointing, so I'll see what we can do with that. Okay, so last time we checked in, looking at this earlier, is way out of square. So you can kind of see here some of the line marks that we put on this board here, and we had about a 2 millimeter gap at this end, and it was almost converging at each of these ends. So it was a big disparity there too. So what I did, I had a little bit more time today, and actually you can take these machine screws out. So it's a 2.5 millimeter Allen head screw. And what I did is just loosen them up, and it has a little bit of play. It has a couple millimeters of play. So I'm able to take it against a square that I know to be true, here. So set it up for a tight fit against that square. And what do we have here? But if I run that line, hopefully this is easy to see here. Let me get it just a mil or so away. And you can see they're really, really tight. So it's parallel all the way through. So it does change my opinion slightly. It's just maybe their quality control isn't quite what it would need to be coming off the assembly line. But there is some wiggle room and some adjustment that you've got in these machine screws. And so you can loosen it up a little bit, get it to something that you know to be square. I already tested this, flipped it on both sides against this board with a true flat edge. So I know it's square, adjusted it to this, and now we have a good square. So I'm going to give that probably a 4.5 stars, just from the cost and the value. Could be a 5-star if they would get the quality control so that it's something where it is exactly right when it's shipped out. So there you go.
Thank you very much.